Hello and welcome to Relationship Talk. I've been your great host, Minister Sam, and I come your way with Relationship Talk. Today has been a great time, great honor coming you, and I'm a great host. In the studio with me to help me on today's discussion are great panelists. Most of you might have met them on our previous videos. Today, again, they are in the studio with us to help us to bring to you today's discussion. Before I introduce them, let me acknowledge our pro sponsor, which has been Obapa's Kitchen. Obapa, they say it's right, it's healthy. Obapa, Onapo. Obapa is an online kitchen that serves you at your doorsteps. Contact them on the lines on your screen and you'll not regret it. God bless you once again for watching. In the studio with me to help me on today's discussion, on my immediate left is Madam Mercy Napado. Obapa, we hairstyle the obo. Minyampo.
Thank you.
On points, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also in the studio with me is my main man, Reverend Nana Kwesi Opon, big man himself.
Salute.
Chief, welcome to the studio. You're looking good.
Thank you.
God bless you so much for joining us in the studio once again.
Honored.
God bless you. God bless you. It's an honor coming your way, as I always say. And today we're talking about reasons why today's youth, this century people, let me put it that way, they can't stay in marriage. Some of them don't even want to get married for one reason or the other. Today we are here to discuss why is it so and why is it happening. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, I'm going to ask Reverend Nana Kwesiopon. Reverend,
Yes, sir.
I didn't know what's happening, sir. The youth say they are more power. It been so come after 2 months. And then what's happening, sir?
Oh, okay. Greetings to you all watching.
Yeah.
God bless you for making time to watch us. God bless you. Whatever that you are exhausting because of us, God is going to replenish you. Munkoswana monhwe. Na ye nyina ye betena ha what the spirit will give unto us is what we give out. Nti ewia yenso ye tena se ne ahwe na yenso de bi aboa yankasa yetoto yabraba ma yabrabo enso ayeden akoye nti nyankopon hira se ene enso ye ne nyankopon honhom edi nhyiamu no kan ye ho na ye besua de onyankopon wo nhira. Minister Sam, like meka say question now will be said there very very vital. And me just said the best no, that is why I always say a program where informative, boa educative and so. Now and then so me just say nipa bebre wa hands so they will learn something from it. Now you can't and the youth now. The NTR ye youth say no aware no emukono. Aye den ama ye ne say no make say on the part of women, women nowadays, because they think they go to school, they think some are lawyers, some are judges, some even are magistrates and presidents. Now they roll shoulders with men. So as the Bible has laid down, marriage, is an institution, and every institution is being governed by its rules and regulations. So if you want to marry, there are some precepts you have to follow. So, like, messy way, we want to define marriage according to our own definition. But say, better send a marriage, national. Baby, no man go school that. Baby, so make say no munim nyame. Send the yes, say, nim nyame no. But why I say now with me worry check? It's not worry as a check.
And education,
education, boy, but other way around, it making us proud. We can do everything. Or back across one way because we only so better my BBR and Kabema is Kabema chop money. But now no, what me achieving and the pedigree power high as in Bema. Then you do baby able chief justice. And so I can say, who say Bema is go whisker, Bema better car man or car, Bema basic fireman or fear. Last time be our chief justice here or Koi or can say be named the power say she's still an usher in her church. Chief justice now or Koi Nancy or Bano Koi Nancy was it usher ewa saw them. And he said, very down to the earth. And like who was sorry on the church Chief Justice. Obama can say the whole Ghana no say ye president free near ye vice president, near ye speaker of parliament here. Why a 4 person onu di more Ghana as a chief justice.
Right.
Was why Osha Kwasoria. You see, sir, how they are no be yoku. So obey Ben one samoku. But a no moral degradation in soka home. Like me can say morally no, if we are say when we na enipa me can say send enipa bro mo ase no. Call from that is why e bedu baby we ase be say.
True.
Yeah, because first no nka obi timi nyam abubrasa na say ebuo ma panyin. Be say ni ho ayesa gbowura warem. Ebuo be ma mu oba na oba nso nyeden. Emu bema enti womuti awaremu a obi adwen say or the next skills ye but omumtim mienu nyadai engoku na intolerance on say like meme free ebia meya santini so acha me say me kan sa na ebi obi nso ye northern Kumerican. Okay. We see a northern. What you say? Emma, even if we are living in one city, we are born in one city, now we are being raised by different families, and it means that your background is different. Send you raising me a different, and send you raising or balance here a different. So when we come together to learn. But 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we learn. Yemi and Yabesua, the Obesua, the Mepe, Mishmesua, the other open. Now, after no, yet to me tolerate who we are as a farmer, or be a farmer. If you don't understand the what the American said, definition or art of growth, obey me say the every farmer will miss what they question from, no, they question from no, a better take it time. I didn't be proyes at their promen, come from Obegusunsu, obey Nima Bebransan, I didn't Yinam. So, who call Rima when he said, we a farmer? Wabana na bema na Ushiano, Mumia no Musia as a farmers, Moody Kwasa from, as who send the rate on Adibia or your own Pedro Bokrana, Pestodenti, or Tia, who are boom you say. Now at it. Bema be also me at France here. Who got to your banner Chamumiro. How from her? Well, I didn't know Yadesa, when into you own. But they be the one who me a friend when you are. What I say? Oh, there be a mere son coming penny say. Now we're swatch your own coming penny say. Oh, once a woman of my day. I'm an effort. But intolerance in tea, yet to intolerate here with you. You're going to say a warrior and upon your perfect. And God will never give you a perfect person. Sometimes the woman or the man will be a perfect person for you. But if you are not, I had to say good. Onyame. It takes you, sir. Ubefo will sick kind, Ubefo ask, Ubefo and Nema, not would the other, Ebubu Abuan unwanted and Nema na himself to good, no. And everybody be power be emu, or Bana Wahuno, or your Bapa, Ebi or Kasana, Ebufo, the Ewomoa. Now one's want to say. After one warrior, you have to polish the person. But now we cannot tolerate that. You ever see a warrior, you who is Spanish or a perfect. And yes, sir, and I worry him, a war crowd, who's our crowd, who's obi no be kunkra, the granting of the same warrior. And to Mekan said, morally, no, Mekan said, we have declined, and not a boning or Bamu Bama, and a Bama Sunya day, a more bar, and an intolerance. Yentimin tolerate here, Yentimin who say, Obaya, Medina Bawa Riasi, or Ban Yaman at tonight, even for Bia Mufra of your full Bakumpono, when you be a gay day, and Ultimin will be enough, you're not Bakuya from 4 pa, and so not Bakuya Danko, Baku, sorry, not Bakun Quasa, and so now when you're motive, how much more, sir, or be a woman outside your boundaries. Now, Peso Warano, and can't tell me, say, oh, Peso who no assistant pay the amount. You have to tolerate any pan. Weakness. So open who offense and what now power na who to reach na more church them wa na more yade mo de anyini say sad na mapa there this today's youth no oh David intimate because your mama no obi catch us say obi worry ya change one for problem that oboa who maybe can worry more than 50 years and was say today's youth no on tia say because mo dey say send wa omuhu na eyo mo fe yeah mama no say eh man wa ya bi o eh ne me so me worry say ya omunyi say duma ya dai duma wo Mami na ye dwuma pa na tambre bia o mami e ka se monti enya de mo papa ya mami meja aware a odin so mami agimi onyimi
True.
ehun say aware na enough form enti ehia sacrifice.
True. And that's it. About ehia sacrifice.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, I agree. I take this opportunity to thank God so much for another day He has made.
Nice.
I also thank our viewers so much for your data that you watch our program virtually every week. We are so grateful. Even in the midst of this COVID-19, every week you spend your data, the time. I mean, we are so grateful. We thank God for your life, and we thank God for giving us this day again. Minister Stam, coming to the topic you just raised today, reasons why a lot of youth don't want to marry. I would say that the youth have fear. They fear. If I say fear, let me zero in on the issue of men. I'm talking more on the issue of men. I'll come to the women. A lot of men fear. They fear because they need their space. If I talk of they need their space, they need their freedom. They think that if they marry, the woman is going to occupy them, childbearing, all those things are going to occupy them. But I would say that they don't understand the statement marriage. When you go to the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, it talks about the fact that, and the Lord God said that it is no good for a man to live alone. So the Lord God made Eve for Adam, a helper. So women are helpers. So no matter how a man is, you need a helper by your side. Whatever work you are doing, you really need a helper by your side. A lot of men tend to think that they don't need helpers. But let me assure you, you don't need a helper, but you speak to different ladies for counsel. Whereas you will have needed a wife to do that on your behalf, you understand, to give you that good counsel. So a lot of men, like I said, they have fear. They need space. They think that raising kids is a problem. So they think that if a woman is with them, they cannot do some things that they want to do. And then talking about still reasons why a lot of men don't want to marry. Men don't want to marry because they think about wealth issues. Sometimes they think that in case there's a divorce, they are likely to lose a lot of their wealth to the woman because of government laws and that kind of thing. So they think that there's no need I marry, whereas I can have my own life and all that. I also say that another reason why men don't want to marry, a lot of men, the youth, they don't want to marry is it's a generational problem, a generational curse in their families. If I say a generational curse in their family, Minister Sam, you know, there are some people, their family, they have problem of generational marriage. So if you don't know, you look at the man in a different way that the man is having everything. He's working, but why is he not settling down? But you go back to the man, find out the history of the man, what is happening in the man's family. That is what you used to know why he's not married. And some of them, there are some experiences they have seen. You know, they have seen some people marry and they are divorced. So they look at it and they were like, wow, if I marry, so this is what I'm likely to experience. So they have that fear to marry. Example, if you grew up with a single parent, let's say your father did something to you, or your mother did something to your father, which when you were young, you experienced it and it's very bad. When you grow up, you are likely to think that that my mother went through, I don't want to marry, or my father went through, I don't want to marry because I'm likely to experience this same thing. So it gives them a lot of fear. They don't want to enter into it. I will also say that some people don't want to marry because of wrong choices. They face some challenges because of wrong choices. If I say wrong choices, you are about to marry and the Spirit of the Lord will tell you that this woman is yours. You see that this woman or this man is yours. You can cope with the person. But you look at other things. A lot of people just marry because of lust or money.
Right.
They don't just understand the word even marriage in the first place. All they think is that I've seen a beautiful woman and I think that I will love her. I think I like the shape she carries. I think I like what she's doing. I think she has a lot of money. She can support me and that. So I want to marry her. But that shouldn't be the case. You should understand the word marriage in the first place. And some people just marry. The last week somebody was telling me that in their family, a man will have to impregnate a woman. A man will have to impregnate a woman before they marry. to me, it's not biblical. Children are additional blessings in marriage. So you don't say that you should get pregnant before you marry her. And to me, it's not biblical. What if they marry and they are not giving birth? Children are additional blessings. So if it means that if you're a lady, you are going to allow yourself for men to be sleeping with you just because you want to marry. So if this man sleeps with you, you don't get pregnant, what happens to you? So he doubts you. Remember, sex is spiritual. You don't just have sex around. So a lot of men, they have a lot of issues in their mind that they think that this, and come to the ladies. This one to the ladies. The ladies think that I need a responsible man. They have fear that the man is not responsible enough to take care of me. The man is not having things that will make me more comfortable. So they're also looking at the security. The woman, we look out for security. Am I secured in this man? Can I share my entire life with this man? I mean, if I misbehave, how is he going to behave? Is he going in for another person? If there are changes in me, is he going to go in for another woman or that kind? So women have this kind of fear in them that if I marry this man, like even sometimes when you are still,
at the long run, he's going to lose the guy.
Yes, sometimes you are still even dating the person. You see some few reactions and you are so scared.
Right. Nice one. Nice said. Let me read this one. This one is coming from Ofo Richie. Richie says, nice one. I salute you, big man. Minister Ofo Richie. That big man, I salute you. Also from Sandra Ofo, you say, well spoken. Okay. I think we're going there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Minister Sam.
We're getting there. Do you also think sex has become very common or something very cheap to get? That is why the youth of today don't fancy marriage. Because in the olden days, before you get a woman to lay with in your room or to come to your house to have something to do with it, it's not that common.
Yeah.
But as of now today, the youth, you go out and you can get it whenever you want to get it.
Yeah.
So do you think that one is also limiting the youth from getting married?
Yeah, it's true 100%. As I earlier said, sir, moral declination has attributed to something like that. Because to have a woman in your room, hey, how? A woman in your room? Oh, go school no cry, like, oh, papa, somehow what can't you no cry, who's your back? Yeah, a person no me dear back, massa, yeah, person cry, someone no bed now, okay, then buy you bed chow. And your papa kwan bet me a day, Abu, or before from beer bet me for buy a day, Abu, and I don't know be your chamato. Hey, Mukon crap on his Moyano. Once it destroy a day, it's so much. And the 100 years, so 14 years girl, any boy gnassi see a qua. Mamma coconuts, yeah, yummy, or from Mamma Posaba, or Mamma Sabe Dimatem. I can say now we are living a free world. And Tinana, say, Adia Amma. Sa ade nyina series and says no opese no pia bonte obenya bi. True. What I say? Enti say menya bia adenti na mesako for buy day ebetum so and not even only one person or only one woman. So see ano metima date e ma be 10. Many way woman enti mema bebre wa kwa ware na yi ntimi betena ba ko ho saa. Me betena kwasua ho saa because ono no from one in youth e ni nyina ba na nyina no was some mem one be o date ma be 5 wo be wa de se so jai wo mu nyina enti ama ne sexual ayina kosoro se wo no ba ko da wonya dai o ntimi won pe enti no opeso ne mama we dai bebre na woni ma sem bia Bible kan say obi ne obi da yan hye no ma onware nipa no woni de enti because se u jai no na okoware obema fofora ebia bema na one ne koye bibi no ebia bema ne ho de eso eno one na koye bibi ntia opi no oba no ebia ne hemen ebu enti like ne shape no to say bia me can say like wanya bema ne shape fine but okoware bema foforo na ebia bema no usa ubon say won fili da bia no okai be ma na o breaking the virginity no adentia efri se be ma na wo e na wo hia no se no be ma we ni ma no sisi no so no we ye dai enti sa nti na Bible say hia no nipa ba ko na wo ne na da first no on hia na onya dai no no ade na won ware no be na no de obe dansa no ba bi be wa no ne be ma be tetada tetada no bia so ene ne size enti ebi okonye obi na ebi a ne bibi so ananse ya we ye story a like esi oba no se be ma na okoware no ne husa enti wo jaware no reason be ma provide bibia or another responsibilities but we say be ma na we share no so one testy be that na say be ebi a one five be 1 or 2 emema ka be do we say we so what did they make us say? And what in the Bible say, yen shall so obi break obi virginity. Yen shall no nya day. One ware no. Na nya say o God, but now already answer will be be ware. Make can say, e be 1 2 3 4. So when nya na te say na the man no satisfaction na, e man no nya orgasm na. Na obo say ware no ye day. E sheki. E ti say na wo kan sex no, say na ayefo no. Mechanism now Bema me move from one lady to another no and no ti Bema do or who say or about be occupied won't me a day and one of anti I'm also your reason pa I'm a baby person.
But one thing they need to understand is that the more you go out, the more women you date, the more broke you become. You understand?
So you just
as a youth you need to have a plan in life. And then when you're looking forward to marry, also look for a God-fearing man, as we always say. A man who fears God will always be there for you, and no matter what. Until now, most of the time, could do my goodness, and then more bad sorry them. I bet you shit. And a man is so bad sorry them. I bet you member. This is obvious, not the right way or do. Oba, Msubana wabonema ko muno ensesa. But you have to change the mindset. You have to work on your mind, the mental aspect of it. You have to work on it, and then you can stand. You wanted to say
on
something?
the sex issue, just to add to what Reverend Nana Opon just said, a lot of you just see sex as fun.
Yeah.
They think that they are 18 years and above, their hormones are kicking and they need to have an affair. But you know, sex is a spiritual thing. You don't just have sex like that, because when you have sex with somebody, already there's a bond.
Right.
There's a bond in heaven all over. So breaking out is not easy. Somebody was telling me the last time that somebody was dating somebody and the man was about to marry, and the man rushed to the lady and then slept with the lady. So if you are about to marry, example like this, you are about to marry and you've gone back to your ex to sleep with your ex, and now just 1 week to that you've gone back to marry. I mean, let's be realistic. You are married now, but previous days you've gone to sleep with your ex, then it means that your ex matters are going to be in your head as you are married. So you will not be satisfied with who you have accepted as your wife or as your husband, who shouldn't be so. You should be content. You should be content with what God has blessed you. You know, generally, as Reverend Opon said, under normal circumstances, Scripture says that we shouldn't even have sex before marriage. And God knows why He has said that. If a man and a woman, they say they are in love and they enter into a room and they are virgin, trust me, nobody tells them what to do. The two of them say they are married, they are 18 years and above, and they enter into a room. Nobody tells them what to do. They will know what to do. They will know what to do on that particular day. So God knows why He has said that. Keep yourself until you marry the man or the woman. Keep yourself, because it will prevent a lot of errors. I mean, how can you sleep with somebody and then go and marry somebody? I mean, a week, sometimes some people even do 2 3 days, and they think that is fun. So it means that when you go to the man, and when you go to the woman, you are just there because you haven't said, because they say I should marry, I've married, but your soul and your spirit is not there. And the woman or the lady you've slept with, she too should be thinking that and remembering memories that, oh, the last time this and this. And like he has stated, if you sleep with this man, you sleep with that man, you sleep with that man, and you marry, trust me, which one are you going to think about? You see, you meet your man and it's a different person altogether now. So are you going to say, oh, I'll take it like that? You'll still be having memories. You see a lot of youth, they marry and they still want to go back to their ex to sleep with them. They still want to discuss their marital issues with their ex. That is not proper, because to me, the person will not discuss his problems with you. So it's not necessary you also discuss your problems with the person. And you should, when you are going to marry somebody, I believe that you should even look at the person's heart. You see, don't look at just the physical aspect.
How can you see the heart?
Yes, you can see the heart by praying to God. By praying to God.
Okay.
You see, a lot of people say that you have dated somebody for 20 years, 10 years, and that kind of thing, and the person is delaying me. Yes, the person is delaying you. Have you asked God why the person is delaying you? You should try to find out from God why the person is delaying you. Because for me, few period, there's no time limit as to this period that a man will take to know which woman he's going to marry.
Right. Sure.
You see, when the man also meets, the man also takes into prayer, and he will definitely have a confirmation from God that this woman is mine, or that man, I will have to accept that man.
Right.
So within this period, you too, you have to be praying. So it's not a matter of 10 years or 5 years. Sometimes if it's 5 years or 10 years, it's all for your good, but you might not know. So it's not a matter of, some people say that within 6 years, 6 months, or just a year, you should know whether a man loves. Yes, that is good. I mean, some people even take 2 months, some even 1 month, some even 2 days, just to determine that this woman or that man is mine, depending upon how the person have confirmed it from his heart or from his God.
Right.
If you've prayed and you are sure.
Right.
So for me, if you want to marry, you should make sure you make a right choice.
Sure.
Example, if you a man was telling me he's based in Ghana here, and you know, he said when he was preparing to marry, he met a lot of ladies, and the man is a minister of God. He met a lot of ladies. He has a church in Ghana, and according to him, any lady that he met, when he tries to chat with the lady is like, I hate this country, I hate Ghana, I want to fly outside, I hate Ghana. So he begins to run away from you, because his mission is to stay in Ghana here. His mission is to do ministry. So while he was talking with you, begin to pick points with you, whether this lady, I can move with her, whether this lady can help me in my ministry. So a lot of ladies, he dropped them. According to him, he dropped a lady because he saw that they are not moving with his vision that he has in life.
Right.
So that is what is happening
Nice
now.
one.
Yeah.
Nice one. And also, do we think, say, choosing a wife lately has become a very difficult thing to do because of the character of women these days, the way they dress, the way they behave, the way they do things, and for a man to choose a wife is becoming very difficult, something to do, because their way of living now is very plain, and then when you look at the way of they are living, it speaks a lot to you, and then you think that, oh, if I'm gonna spend my life with this woman, oh, because of her dressing, she has maybe a lot of men have seen her because of the way she looked, because of the way she talked. Do you think those kind of stuff, choosing a wife because of the way they look and because of things that is happening, current things that is happening, is also preventing men or the youth from choosing the right person to get married to?
Yeah, you know, Mekan said fashion has come to stay.
Right.
And as you know, like I would say, every decade there's a new
trend.
fashion, new trend that will come. And you see, now you cannot identify a Christian and a worldly person when we talk about fashion. Because when it comes here, everybody wants to enjoy. And now you see, say, like a lady who dress modestly and a lady who dress maybe nude or half naked. You see, say,
attention is gone
to
much
one,
to the new
yeah.
person. Yes.
You see, and you are telling people something, like you are showing your full cleavage. What do you? Yeah, you are telling me that we are worshiping God in us. Wow.
That's true.
How can you worship God in your heart and open your full cleavage for people to see? Bible says you should dress modestly. You should dress as a Christian, as a godly person. Not all fashion are for Christians.
Sure.
But now you cannot identify a Christian woman, because men there, we don't have much problem concerning fashion. Yeah. We always dress. Man there, like remember there, suddenly they are dressing sexy, because God created women to be sexier so that we'll be attracted to them.
And so my question is that, is it that the dressing that is making men make the wrong choice and later regret? Because men are moved by sight. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Men are moved by what they see, and so they come into it later and realize, I don't know, I came in because of the way she's looking, sexy movements and kind of stuff. But getting to know her more, there is not more beyond it. Because when somebody is ready to expose herself to the public, that means she can do more things. You understand?
Let me come in with this. You know, in terms of what you are saying, you can't just have a human being to be all complete.
All right.
You see, if you meet a lady and she's dressed some way and you are not, and you are comfortable with, and you go further and you see that she has other errors, it is your responsibility to dress her up. It is your responsibility to put her in a check.
See, what I'm talking about is the errors I'm talking about is that dressing looking nude attracts more men.
Yeah.
Okay. So the more nude you look, or the more you dress very nude, the more guys that you're attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
So it gets you to get to know more men. Do you understand? So at the long run, you get to marry because and as on the way you've met a lot of men because of your dressing, because men are moved by what they see. So you've met a lot of men, and then finally you get to meet somebody who's ready to marry you. And at the end run, what you were expecting, it doesn't work the way it worked. Why am I saying this? Is that Pastor Nana made mention of that the roots or where you're coming from and the kind of things, the visitation of men, the kind of men that you've brought to your life can affect your marriage life.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that is what I'm saying. Is that maybe because of the dressing, we are attracted to you, right? But because of the dressing also, it has attracted a lot of men to you that you've been exposed to.
Yeah,
So-
Minister Sam, there's this woman, TV personality, a fear or something.
Yes.
So there was a question that was put to her, and like, what about if she marries? Is she going to dress nude? And she said the man should understand. That is the way that the man will see her, and when seeing her like that, he said, "I will marry you." So if you come to marry me and
That
you
is
cannot contain how I dress, how should you come to me? Look at her. How can I marry you as a woman and you'll be showing yourself like that?
So another man.
So that is why men should be constructive concerning the woman they are choosing.
Right.
Because if you go to, let me use a lady who dressed nude,
Mhm.
and you want to change her, she will tell you, you see me like this.
This is
You,
how I-
where did you meet me? You met me at, let me say, Nance Club. And me, I want to go and chill there small. And you want me to stop. Where did you see me? So ladies like that. That is the way I dress, and that is the way that I dress that you saw me.
Mhm.
So I cannot change.
Even if it could change after marriage, it could have worked a little bit. But when it continues from there, still you are married or that, although, but still because you're nude, looking nude, other men will still come
Yeah,
after you.
that one
You know,
they're sure.
you know,
That is a trap.
it's quite dicey. What you are saying is quite dicey.
Right.
Somebody might dress that way just to have a man, but the person might not be that way.
But why have you
So-
dressed
You
nude?
see, all because of you, the men.
Me,
Because that is why you people
I have
want.
married you.
To be
I have
honest,
told you I
before
don't like that
you
dressing.
see, if a woman wears a dress that covers the entire body, you say that she doesn't know life.
Me, no,
It's
no, no,
because
no.
of men. That's
No,
why
no,
women
no,
are
no.
dressing that
Like
way.
I can
Because
show
you
you.
prefer such a woman to a woman who have
No.
covered the entire body. It is you, the men. We dress for you people, you know.
You dress for us. Now you are married.
So now
you
you're
dress for
married.
me.
You dress
So
for
you
the
do
men.
what I like. What I want you for you to dress. You shouldn't dress like I want to dress like this. You have to dress.
So after the marriage, you need to
According to-
listen to your husband.
Yeah.
That one,
and
very
get-
true, very true. You need
Right.
to listen to your
Right.
husband.
So I think
You need
the
to
most
calm down for
reason
him.
I think is one of the reasons why a lot of youth today's marriage is being broken up
Yeah.
because of getting a lot of divorce because of the way they look. And then we go out. I'm married to you. We go out. You're looking nude, and then a lot of men come to you, and then it becomes a comparison. You keep comparing. Okay, you meet another man who is more like a man you want to be with,
Yeah.
and you begin to you see the
Yeah.
mind.
You see,
begin
the
to tell-
man is such that before you marry,
Mhm.
when you marry a man or a woman,
Mhm.
after a few periods, you are going to meet another similar woman,
Right.
and you are going to have it in your mind that I should have waited small and pick this one.
Right.
I should have waited small.
That is
so
the men.
it is that is with the
I
men
wanted
and
to
even with
come
the
there.
women.
This
The
time I'm
women
just
too.
talking
And
about the
even with the
women.
women.
I will come
You
to
see,
the men.
if the issue with marriage is that when they are facing problem, they don't talk.
Right.
When they are enjoying life, they don't talk.
Yeah.
But when they begin to see errors, they're like, I should have married this lady. But you should know that everything is a package in
Right.
this life.
Right.
Everything is a package. You are not going to have everything
No,
smooth.
not at
You
all.
see, the challenges is in marriage. It happens in everybody's
Mhm.
life. Whether you are a pastor, whether you are a bishop, it is a general challenge. Like Reverend Upon referred, our parents, ask them, those who stayed in marital home for 50 years, ask
Right.
them what they endure.
Right.
They had to endure a lot of things you wouldn't like to endure.
Yeah.
You see, so it's endurance. You can imagine your husband going in for a lady. That's
True.
not good.
True.
Going in for a lady, sometimes bringing the lady into your marital home once you are not there to sleep with the lady just because you are pregnant. But our parents endured all this for 50 years, 20 years. So this is what the youth will lack. Endurance, just to endure.
They cannot
Okay,
continue.
so one thing I also realized in the olden days, women are like they always cling to their husband, and whatever the husband says is whatever the man does outside, they don't mind. I'm not saying say the old man does a lot of things outside, but yet still comes to their wife, and the wives are home, and then they come, they accept them back. Yo, me or me kunu. Listen, let me finish. Okay, so they come back. Oh, me kunu. But today, if the woman gets to know you go out to do something, she also try to do the same to you.
Should we be locked the door?
Minister Sam, let me come
I'm
in.
not encouraging. Let me finish. I'm not encouraging the fact that men should cheat. That is why in the first place we said that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah.
So you need to know where you are entering. By women, one thing I want to make across to women is what men can do, like it comes to relationship, what men can do, and if you also want to do the same thing, a man can cheat. When a man cheats and come back, they'll take it as a normal thing.
That one day,
but when a woman
that is
in
natural.
Africa here, I'm talking about,
complain.
but a woman, she cheats. The family members, your mother herself, your mom will come and take you back home and tell you, say,
are you going to talk?
Oh, my America just says, so wait, cheated, yeah. Yeah. But a man will cheat, and your mother will come and plead in her behalf.
You see, in terms of the cheating, I just take this opportunity to plead with our women. In fact, allow married men to concentrate on their wives. Because if all ladies will pray and think of what is ahead of them, I'm sure married men will always focus on their wives. Right. Because if whatever sex that he wants, if the wife gives him, I don't think he will want to go out. And to our wives, please give their husbands sex. In fact, somebody will say that give them to always browse each and every time they want to browse. It's like a computer. Okay. And to our ladies, still on our ladies, when you read the book of Galatians chapter 6, it says that a man, God cannot be mocked. Whatever you sow is surely what you are going to reap. So when you are dating someone's husband, know very well that you are also praying to God that one day God should give you a husband. So if one day if God gives you a husband and somebody is also interrupting, how are you going to feel? What is going to be your feeling? So in order to save yourself, unless of course you don't have the mind that you want to marry, as far as this earth, you're on this earth and you have the mentality that I want to marry one day, please run away from somebody's husband because it won't help you. Just run away. Read the word of God, run away because you have a future.
It's obvious today they have name for themselves, side chicks.
Yeah,
it's obvious.
A lady like you,
right?
You want to settle for a mate.
I made mention of cheating and the men choosing other women because we are not focusing only on Christians. Okay, there are a lot of men, Muslims out there. They can choose to marry more than 2, 3. There are people who doesn't know Christ and then because they marry. But I'm not encouraging that. When you're a Christian and you know the word of God, you know what is good for you. You understand? So this is where I want us to enter this discussion. It's been a nice time. It's been great time learning so much about relationship. We need to learn all the time to get ourselves equipped for what is ahead of us. Okay, if you're watching this, I believe and I know that you're learning. Okay, be glued to your wife. If you're married, that is what you said at the altar. In sickness,
in
health,
in
poverty,
in
pain,
in sorrow,
everything.
Yeah,
you're gonna be with her. So what changed? Okay, let's not try. Okay, and then women, go in with your real self. Okay, the pretense are becoming too much in our generation, and it's one thing that is breaking marriages today. God bless you for staying tuned. My name is Minister Sam. Let me leave the rest of the time to my guest in the studio to give their final word. Reverend, your final word.
Yeah, my final word will be like an advice, to the youth. If you want to marry, if you are not going to marry, then fine. Then don't go into any other woman. Please be there. Like one for baby and etna. But say what person worry there, ne kwine da ho. Say adie no, say one fan two baby say what the toa if free talk. That is why ya worry any relationship enko yi no. me paucho ade biara odi enipa benya encounter no adwuma wo na enipa to err is human enipa mfonso wo nipa ho enti se wontimi ntoreti nipa no wontimi ehunu se ade a mepese me ye ese me sua ho ade a because of lack of knowledge enti na nipa ye perish enti wo pese wo wura ware mu a pese wo sua ho ade enye se fancy like ebi mu ware madamfo ya ware we ayi se enti na meko ware sua mu ade no ware enye fe na meka ne se wan hwe bedu be 20 years no yenya aware bi a edu be 15 years yenya aware bi a edu be 10 years because 6 months na eja aware if you say ni honim de ye nsua ansa na ewam sua honim de na gina pintin na me dis aware de ne mapra bebre wo ma onyankopon esiesi wo agese wo fa ne kwan so nyankopon sure
okay. Yeah, what I also say is that if you are preparing to marry, get the knowledge, as you have said, get the knowledge to what is marriage about, what the scripture talks about marriage. Learn about it. Ask people who have been in it for several years. There are reasons why they've been able to stay for long, and seek the face of God. Put it to God in prayer. Pray to God for him to give you a guideline as to who to marry. And to our ladies, and even to the men as well, please don't just go about having sex with people. You know, sex is something so spiritual that you can't just go anywhere to sleep anywhere. That's like you not see a man and a woman, reasonable people, lying on the road and having sex. It tells you how spiritual it is. And if you have sex with this person and you have sex, there are some lot of things you want to, there's even some breakthroughs you begin to lack, but you wouldn't understand, you wouldn't know the root where it's coming from. So please try and seek the face of God. I always say God will speak to you. God will speak to you. Unless of course you don't want to hear the voice of God concerning who you should marry. And don't make wrong choices. Don't look at the fact that you are just marrying for lust. You know, when you marry for lust alone and you have sex constantly with the person for some time, you lose interest because your main motive was lust. When you also marry because of money and there's no money in the marriage again, you begin to lose interest. Because you were going because you saw money, but now you go and there's no money, so you begin to face a lot of challenges. So please, just go in because you want to marry. You love the person. God says for better and for worse. So in everything, be with the person. Whether there is a change in this or that, please be with the person alone. I also take this opportunity to wish, today is one of my sisters, Mrs. Dr. Patience Abo. She's a senior lecturer at University of Ghana.
Wow.
Business School. Today is her birthday, 6th September. I wish you a very good, happy birthday, big sis. We are so grateful and thank God for your life. Not forgetting my own friend, Mr. George Ekuma. He works with Das Pharmacy in North Carnation, industrial area. Yesterday was his birthday. I take this opportunity to wish him a very happy belated birthday. Thank you so much.
God bless you. God bless you. To add to it, always marry a man who respects you. Never marry a man who does not respect you. A man who respects you, even when he wants to do something behind you, he will hide it from you. Because he respects you and he wants to be with you. A man who does not respect you will cheat in front of you and he doesn't even care. Take note. Know the kind of man you get married to. And if you're used to it and you think you can marry, then you should be able to stay. Because he will do it to you even when you get married. He will not change it. A man who respects a woman view, or a man who respects a woman means he loves you. If he respects you and keeps his privacy away from you and certain things away from you because he wants to be with you, he loves you. That is why he's doing it. Note that. And also look for a man who fears God and look for a woman who fears God. The fear of God is in it. God bless you. Midiani Minister Sam for staying tuned. If today is your first time watching, I'm pleading with you. Please subscribe for us. Subscribe to the page so that we join in and learn together all the time. God bless you for staying tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.